It's about that time. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started, shall we? It's starting all fun and games now and all giggly, but I've got a serious conversation to have with you guys.
I ain't coming for no foolishness.
This channel, so far you've seen videos of trailer reactions, movies, cartoons, gaming, some movie rants here and there, shared some personal stuff, haven't shared everything. Do I need to share everything? I don't know, maybe not, who knows? I might do, I might not, you know? I'm figuring things out. One thing you haven't seen on this channel is me being, you know, really raw about certain things that's going on in life.
It's about to go down.
You guys are getting aspects of me on this channel. And there are other aspects that I've chosen to hold back for a reason. And within myself, I'm learning to say, you know what, just because I'm on this space, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, I still remain who and what I am. So I'm learning to let go of that. What would they think? What would they say? They might say, oh, we don't like this content. Can you stick to what we're used to, what we like? And it's cool. There's nothing wrong with that either. Let's just say the chef is adding more meals to the menu. And it's okay if you're not satisfied or okay with said new menu or said new meals to the menu. And if you feel like this restaurant is not good enough for you or it's changed over time, it's okay to vacate the premises. What? It's not a cheeky jab or like a higher than mighty. No, I'm being open. If you feel, yo, I really miss the cartoon stuff, miss the movie stuff, now you're going all, I don't use the word woke, now you're going all aware and intuitive, it's okay. The Cosmic Chef is adding new meals to the menu. Regular to me, but new to y'all. Here we go. I went out 2 days ago. It's autumn here where I'm at in UK, and I'm getting ready for winter. And I went to a sports store to grab some jogging bottoms or tracksuit bottoms, however way you guys call them, and some hoodies. And I think the person I approached is a manager, and I asked him, do you sell, or do you have any section where all your hoodies and jogging bottoms and, you know, hoodie jackets with or without the hood are all 100% cotton? Dude looked at me like I was crazy. Like, why would you ask that? I'm like, I just want to know, because I know some things are half polyester, half this, or half this word, is it neoprene? The one that allows you to stretch, whichever one. I'm like, no, I just want 100% cotton. Or wool. You got anything with wool, 100% wool? He's like, nah, it's been a while since we even had anything like that, and I don't even know what store sells 100% cotton. Now, I'm mentioning the story to just ask a general question. Maybe like two questions. Do you guys, one, in your life, have, do you have any urge to want to control other people? Like to control your family members, your friends, your lovers, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your neighbors, strangers you meet, you know? Do you have someone you just look like you feel, I want to control that person, make him or her do what I want him to do, eat bugs or hang upside down, or maybe control them to give me a massage or be kind to me? Do you have a desire to control anyone in your life? Like to tell someone what to do, even though what you tell them to do may not be or won't be or is not good for them. Not even in the long run, it's not good for them, period. So let me know if you have that insatiable appetite to just want to control someone. I want to understand this thing, because people keep saying, you know, human beings do certain things because it's in our nature. And I don't buy it. I don't buy that human beings are innately cruel. Because if that's the case, we would all be cruel to each other. Where is this niceness coming from then? Is it a default thing, like we're afraid to be cruel? But if it's in our nature to be cruel, where is this good guy or good being or good person or kindness or love coming from? Surely if the innateness is cruelty, that should be the primary function. And the secondary function, I guess, is, I can't even build on that. Human beings are built for war and savagery and, pillaging other people. How come we're not all doing the same?
Does not compute. Does not compute.
Like nefarious things that are going on. Like one celebrity got exposed. Oh, he's doing this. She's doing this. They're doing this. Everyone's pointing fingers at one person. No one is looking at the whole. Like, do people really sit down and observe?
Don't ask questions.
Things are popping up. Similarities with different people. There's a theme coming up. Do people sit down and assess the theme? Like, why is this theme or pattern repeating itself? Even though this tall person is got caught doing it, this short person got caught doing it, this female got caught doing it, this male got caught doing it, or this celebrities. Are people sitting down and observing the theme to say, these people seem to be coming up from a particular basing or sink or source or garden or root area, rather than focusing your gaze on one person, and then when the new person is released, this person, and the next time again, everyone's looking at different. Do y'all focus on the origin of the poison? Like, which house are these people coming out from? Have you checked the basement? Have you checked the land? Have you checked the history of the land? Like, did weird things go on the land prior to people buying the land and then building a house on it, where all these weird things are going on? What person woke up one morning and thought polyester is the way forward? Unless it's a tree that grows polyester 100%, where you can just go and pluck polyester from this tree, the same way you pluck apples and oranges and whatnot. Can you pluck polyester from a tree 100%? There's a video I caught on Instagram a while back now where it's saying all these non-natural fabrics, they each have their own vibratory frequency that can impact and cause harm or disruption to our natural frequency.
People don't believe me when I tell them that the polyester nylon yoga athletic outfits are literally made of plastic. Polyester nylon is plastic, polyethylene terephthalate, and it's plastic processed with insane amounts of chemicals, phthalates, bisphenols, PFAS, forever chemicals, which are all endocrine disruptors, messing with hormones. It's like they don't even believe me when I tell them, and it's because it's such a hard truth to swallow, that it can be causing disease inside of you, can be causing all these issues. It's literally pure, chemically processed pure plastic. And the reason it has these moisture wicking and all these properties, and it's great at getting rid of moisture and bouncing off moisture, is the chemicals they use to process it, the forever chemicals. That's what's giving it those abilities, which make it 1,000 times more harmful. It can literally cause infertility. Say you do have a child and you're wearing these polyester nylon plastic outfits, it can cause developmental issues in the child. The microplastics and the chemicals, the reason they call them forever chemicals is because they accumulate inside you and don't go away, and they accumulate in the environment and they don't degrade. It takes thousands and thousands of years to degrade.
And do not come in the comment section and say it's cheap or affordable. Nature doesn't produce cheap. So if someone can show me cosmically what cheap looks like in nature, or what expensive looks like in nature, not without any man tampering with the thing. So first question, do you in your life have one person or people you would like to control? Do you have an insatiable appetite to want to control people, and does it make you feel good just thinking of controlling someone? You could control them to do good or to do bad. You can control them to clean their room. You could control them to play a computer game. You could control them to paint a room. You could control them to build a house. So that you don't have to do it. Bear in mind, you also have the skills to build a machine or a robot to build the house, but you don't want to waste your time with those skills to build a robot or machine. You prefer to control a human being. Let a brother know in the comments, do you have that insatiable? Because I want to see if all this rhetoric we keep hearing about humans and this, humans and that. It is funny how we keep hearing what humans are capable of doing in a dark way, but no one talks about the accomplishments we've all collectively or individually, individual groups, Chinese, Africans, and different groups of Caucasians, what they've achieved on their own, in their own time, in their own space, to learn, to fail and rise, and what they've accomplished in terms of understanding where they live, who they are, what they are, why they are, and the environment around them as well. The animals, the insects, the microorganisms, the germs, and then the space, the galaxy and beyond. So do you have an insatiable appetite to control others, even animals? You want to control dogs and cats. You want to tell them what to do and how to do it. Do you feel you know how everyone should live? Do you feel you know and you have the cosmic know-how of how every creature should be? And if so, why were you given that cosmic know-how and everyone else not given it? Second question: how do you guys feel about the fact that there are fabrics out there that have different frequencies that are impacting us? Maybe on a lower level, we're not aware of it, but the fact that these things exist, is it that when people made these things, let me give an excuse. Is it that when people came together and made these things, they didn't know the long-term effect of these things on the human body, on the environment, nature itself, right? When plastic was made, or plastic was invented, now to go and sell it to other people, even though you came up with it, I feel you should have kept it in your backyard. You should have given it to your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, your friends, your wives, your husbands, and kept it there. To go and market it to the world and convince, I would like to understand how that convincing took place. Because if we're talking about each and every separate people knowing their environment, you coming into my land and telling me this is the next best thing, even though I've got bamboo, coconut shell, or calabash, or clay, or ceramic, or all other natural things that far supersede a freaking plastic container. Do people sit down and take time to think, how did we get from what was far greater and more beneficial to us and nature to where we are now? To an extent where you ask a manager of a store that sells warm garments for cooler periods in the weather, in a country that is sometimes, if not most of the times, cooler than warmer, it is somehow okay to sell mixed fabric. And then when you have deeper, or you try to have deeper conversations, people tell you it's cheaper or affordable. Remove those two words. Don't use cheap. Just remove it. Is it proper to make these things is the question. Before the word cheap was invented, or the word affordable was invented, or the mindset of cheap and affordable was created, was it proper to make certain things? What was the purpose of making a thing? What was the purpose of creating the thing, producing the thing, designing the thing? Where does that come from? The first people to build their house or their mud huts didn't ask any other person permission. They needed the home. They knew how to do it. They didn't go around just building and destroying things. I don't know how many people have studied how mankind has grown. There's sometimes I sit with myself, meditation, and just ponder how we've grown. Like how we understood the sun, the moon, the stars, the galaxy, the universe. And I'm talking about the first people on the planet before everyone else. And even sometimes having these conversations, some people would perceive it as an ego thing. The fact that many people don't even know who are the first groups of people on the planet, that already shows me that something was done deliberately to withhold that information or to skew that information. This is not ego, this is just stating cosmic truth. To even observe a full day to understand what a day is, or a day cycle, or what we now call a day cycle, would have taken some time, patience, wisdom, knowledge, and mastery. No ego, no distraction, no social media, no this person got arrested for touching an underage person, just themselves and their surroundings. You know what it takes to really sit down and study. Not only external, but you even have to know yourself first in relation to what is around you before you even understand what's going on around you. And bear with me. What I'm saying right now is connected to a whole lot of things I want to start talking about on this channel. Still going to be doing my movie reviews for sure. Trailer reactions, gameplay, all that stuff. Because like I said in my my bio, I'm multidimensional. I used to cringe saying that out loud. But I was like, well, I don't love one thing. I don't love two things. I love a lot of things. Multidimensional and aka multipotentialite. The description of, well, I can't remember it off my head, but the general idea of a multipotentialite is someone who is talented and multifaceted and who is involved in so many other things that he or she is passionate about, and those things are connected to their soul or their core. I'm passionate about existence, about life, the physical, spiritual, emotional, sexual, and beyond. Truth. Not what I think or opinion. Truth. Truth as it is. You can run to the top, to the bottom, left, right, and center. Truth still remains. Whatever perspective you perceive it from, truth still remains. Imagine how long it took for us to understand why cotton, out of many other fabrics, are the ones we should be sticking to and not man-made stuff. Early Africans would have tried and failed at creating polyester or plastic. We'd have realized, oh, this ain't the way to go. Because we can bring in two factors of learning. We can say we innately knew not to do a thing, so we didn't even attempt to do a trial run or an experiment. Innately, we could perceive the future by observing a thing. We could give room for both factions of growth and studying. Again, I don't want to put in words like cheap or affordable. Let's say we wanted to do it quicker, but even that would then say we didn't master, or we were learning to observe or master time. But people who have studied sun, moon, and stars and themselves and each other and their biology wouldn't have a problem with time. There'd be no haste, because by studying nature, that fruit doesn't ripen to so and so. This thing's not in season to so and so. So you would already understand, oh, there's a natural cycle in play already. Same with us. When we arise with the sun, or we rest with the sunset, and even understanding how the cycle of the sun operates with the cycle of the earth as well. Dude, come on. You're telling me we didn't know that plastic is a no-no? These are beings who studied the cosmos and didn't finish. We were still continuing till people came to come and look for our trouble. You're telling me we didn't know that plastic is a no-no? So with that being said, the people who brought the plastic in, something had to have been done for other people to accept this plastic. You couldn't bring in from outside to people and say, yes, we will sell this to you in return for this. Because those people would have known this is trash. So if you're saying those people were eradicated, the people who knew what to and what not to do were removed, and then they were replaced by people who didn't know, and even the information that was archived was stolen, yo, people need to start getting sharp about what's going on, man. I don't understand how people are comfortable producing polyester. I'm accepting, and I'm not even assuming. There must be an awareness that these fabrics are not good. They're not proper. They're causing disorder and disharmony. So with that being said, you're aware of this, and yet you still choose to continue to produce said disorder and disharmony. It is baffling. It is baffling. I've always wondered how this entity people call God, Yahweh, Jehovah, sat down and built these beings. And I've just watched things go from one path to another, and it's like there's no intervention. Oh my gosh.
Tired of this shit!
I don't feel anyone should even have the idea of creating something outside of nature anymore. I feel that gift should be removed. That's not even a gift. That's an insult. It's like we're just running in this conveyor belt of dipshitness and only a few people are asking questions. And then when people ask bigger questions, num-nums shut them down. You haven't even sat down to ponder what the actual F is going on. You mean there are fabrics out there that are causing disruptions to our natural rhythm, but it's cheaper, it's affordable. What does that mean? It is causing harm. It's cheaper, it's affordable. Then you got the microplastics in people's bodies. You no longer have the ability to convince me and say they didn't know. Because they didn't know will now equate to we have a new global mandate. All factories producing plastics have now been shut down permanently. But they won't do it. Not yet anyway. Because they like their money and their profit. Which makes me wonder as well. I thought you guys believed in God and worshipped God, because you ran around the world convincing a lot of people by force that Jesus is the way, God is the way. And this God seems to be a douchebag. What a classic a-hole to allow you to create this nonsense and convince people it's okay to wear fabric that is disrupting your natural frequency. The fact that some of us don't even know we have natural biorhythmic frequency, it's telling. It's telling. It's very telling. Schools, I imagine, originally were probably built like this, what I'm about to say. Where you are taught about yourself and you are taught to learn about yourself. Imagine a world where everyone knew their blood type. They didn't have to go to a doctor to know it. Everyone knew their blood type. Every parent having a child or children knew exactly what blood type each child would come out to be. Imagine a world where everyone knows the foods there to eat and not to eat. That's really questionable. I wish the world wasn't built like that. I wish the maker didn't build a world where you can have this fruit but you can't have that one. Or you can eat this but that's going to be allergic to you. Why did he even make that in the first place? But hey, we're here. It is what it is. Tomorrow they say you can't sound ungrateful. That sounds like an ungrateful creation. Cool. There are things to eat and not to eat. Back home we call them taboo foods. Alrighty. But the fact that some of us don't even know that, not even... We can argue or we can discuss based on invading forces, disrupting people's growth, civilization, expansion, wisdom and knowledge. That's why that information has been lost. Back to the first question I started with this video with. Do you, as a viewer watching this video, have an insatiable appetite to control other people? Yes or no? I would like to understand this thing I keep hearing, rhetoric, through movies, through TV, through this. It's humans, human nature to do this. I didn't even feel comfortable repeating that because I don't accept, nor do I subscribe to that it's human nature to do so. Otherwise, we'd all be doing the same thing. And then there'll be a caveat, well, it's human nature for some to do more than the other. Bullshit. Everyone should be cheating each other. There should be no concept of marriage. Everyone should be cheating on each other and laying around like cats and dogs and doing anything and everything. There'll be no order, there'll be no system. How is it in human nature to do all these disgusting things, but yet we're not all doing it to each other? So if it's innate in human nature to be all pricks and douchebags, there'll be no pyramids, there'll be no order, there'll be no time to learn about the sun, moon, and stars. Stars would have probably wiped out each other from early, because based on what we keep hearing, human beings are innately destructive. So that means on your high days you're destructive, but on your low days you can build great empires like the Benin Empire, or the Mali Empire, or the Timbuktu Empire, or Kemet, or pre-Kemet. Great housing skills, great understanding of science and math and the cosmos. That's your downtime, but your uptime, you're out here just savages and ravaging each other all over the place. Bullshit. You need to start paying attention to who keeps telling you what human beings are. You need to start looking at who is talking to you. Every time you hear human beings, mankind, who is saying that and why? It doesn't make sense for a snake to come and tell us how all the animals in the animal kingdom operate. You're aware of them, yes, but you can't say all animals are all vicious and poisonous. No, it's not the truth. A lion can't pose the same thing. All animals roar like I do. Bullshit. So why is it we're so comfortable and so familiar and so used to listening to one entity or group of people say one thing and everyone swallows it? I don't class myself as some we are. No, some of you. I like to use this nasty language that I'm speaking. It's so limited sometimes, and then don't even get me started on the fact that this language has etymology and root words, and the word means this, but it originally meant. Oh my, I could be here for eons, man. I told y'all, boy. New meals on the menu, and it's okay if you're not happy with the new meals on the menu. It's okay. It's okay. I have been your one and only host, the Cosmic Jedi, signing out. Thank you very much for watching. Out here making fabric that's eating people's souls and shit. But it's affordable and it's cheap.